The moon hung low over Neverland, lighting the waves in silver and making the jungle shimmer in soft blue shadows. It was the perfect night for an adventure, or at least that's what Peter Pan thought as he zipped through the air, scanning the island for trouble. He expected to see the glow of mermaids in the lagoon, or the shadow of Captain Hook's ship drifting silently across the water. But what he spotted instead was something entirely new, a strange burrow at the edge of the beach with a pair of tall gray ears poking out. The ears twitched once, twice, then disappeared into the ground. Curious and grinning, Peter swooped down. Before he could land, the ground erupted and out popped a rabbit old gray and holding a carrot like a sword. "Hey, what's up, Doc?" the rabbit said casually, as if Peter wasn't floating in midair above him. Peter blinked, hovering just long enough to say, "You're not from here, are you?" The rabbit smirked. "Nope. Wrong turn at Albuquerque. Been digging tunnels for days, and somehow I pop up in a place with pirates, fairies, and kids who don't grow up. Kinda nice." Tinker Bell zipped forward, circling the rabbit suspiciously. "He's not a pirate," Peter said with a laugh. "I'm Peter Pan." "And you are Bugs," the rabbit replied, leaning casually on his carrot. "Bugs Bunny. And judging by the way you're dressed, you're either off to a costume party or you're in charge around here." Peter puffed up a little. "I'm in charge. Well, mostly." Bugs raised an eyebrow. "Mostly? Huh. Sounds like there's a story there." Before Peter could answer, a loud boom shook the beach. Out on the water, Hook's ship loomed, its cannons firing warning shots into the sand. "He's early," Peter muttered. "I thought we had until morning before he tried something again." Bugs's eyes lit up with mischief. "Pirates? Huh, I've dealt with worse. Mind if I tag along?" Peter grinned. "Can you fight?" Bugs took a big bite of his carrot. "Better. I outsmart." They flew, in Bugs's case, hopped quickly into the jungle to gather the lost boys. When Hook's crew landed on the shore, they were met not with swords but with chaos. Bugs had dug a maze of tunnels under the sand, and one by one, pirates fell through the ground, popping up in the wrong places, confused and tangled in vines. Meanwhile, Peter darted through the air, snatching weapons and taunting Hook, whose frustration grew with every failed step. Bugs had a special trick for Hook himself. As the captain marched toward the jungle with his sword raised, Bugs popped out of a hidden hole dressed in a fake naval coat and hat. "Permission to board, Captain," he barked, saluting. Hook, thrown off by the strange pirate, hesitated just long enough for Peter to swoop in and knock his hat clean off his head. "You'll regret this, Pan," Hook roared, but he tripped over Bugs's conveniently placed carrot peel and tumbled backward into the surf. The battle didn't last long after that. The pirates, confused and humiliated, scrambled back to their ship, shouting curses and vowing revenge. Peter and the lost boys cheered, and Tinker Bell zipped in circles of victory. Bugs simply brushed the sand off his fur. "Not bad for my first day in Neverland," he said. Later that night, Peter and Bugs sat on a cliff overlooking the glowing lagoon. "You know," Peter said, "you'd make a great lost boy." Bugs chuckled. "Nah, I'm more of a freelance troublemaker, but I'll stick around for a while. This place has style. And the pirates, they're almost as much fun to mess with as Elmer Fudd." Tinker Bell tinkled a soft laugh and Peter felt that warm thrill he always got after a successful adventure. The moon climbed higher. The waves whispered against the shore, and somewhere far below, Hook's ship drifted away in the dark, plotting its next move. For now, Neverland was safe, and Peter Pan had a new friend who was just as quick with his wits as he was with his wings. And though Bugs claimed he wasn't staying forever, Peter suspected that as long as there were pirates to fool and adventures to be had, the rabbit would find his way back to the island again.